Scorpio, welcome guys. And this is a timeless message for you. It comes to you whenever you're supposed to hear it. But there's a new message every single week here on Born Without Boundaries. So check it out. Definitely remember to subscribe to the channel. It's a tense week. For some of you more than others. If you want the astrology breakdown, I do the full astrology breakdown over on Astrology Motivation, my second YouTube channel. So please check that out. But this moon does have potential to really dislodge us and rattle us up, and that is 100% what's supposed to happen. There's got to be this huge purge of energy, and with this super moon, there's nothing that can be avoided, especially as it's conjunct to Saturn. If you want to understand what that means, once again, we can go into the astrology in depth over on Astrology Motivation. But for you, preceding this message, know that there is a lot. It's just going to feel like a lot. Mercury has just gone into retrograde. Uranus is going into retrograde. It is a lot, and it's supposed to be. So really screwing your faith to its sticking place this week is going to yield wonderful results. This is a message for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. If you're interested in personal readings, I do those. You can check those out on my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. I do have some open availability for this week. Whew. Wow. This is the one that blew me away. You needed this. And I have to say, sometimes, especially those of us who have the best intentions, right? We try so hard all the time. Sometimes that's the problem. We keep trying so hard, but we're trying so hard in a way that was wrong. And because we don't see that it's wrong, and by wrong I don't mean immoral or evil or bad, it's just wrong. It's the wrong solution. And because we're so committed, we don't see it. So this change, and especially for a fixed sign, change is not, it is not pretty. It doesn't come easy. It's going to be so welcome. I really can't. It's going to be so welcome. Sweet results await. Why? What's changing this week? How is it different? The hard work pays off, finally. Sweet results await. 7-11. 11-7 I have. This is the energy of dynamic awakening and understanding of where to put your purpose and what work needs to be done so that you can change and do the things that will lead you to success. It will break through your own blockages. Okay. And things will start to move quickly. And this is the opening that can happen and that you will be experiencing. The sense of, especially in communications, you see that like the double helix, but it's like winding it up. It's winding it up and whoosh, like a little spin toy. It's like I finally got it. It's happening in the crown. I got it. This awareness and this courage to be able to just let it go, let it go, let the winding has been done, let it go and let it take off. And then we have, you see clearly now. And that's what I'm talking about. This is Aquarian energy. It's wise. There's wisdom here, but there's also certainty because we've seen the truth. And that's what we get, and that's what we know, and that's where there's certainty now. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. What do I have? I have Scorpio, I have Gemini, I have Leo, I have Aquarius. Lots of fixed energy, actually. A lot of fixed energy is finally getting unstuck. It may have taken a century to move that mountain, but the bitch is finally budging. And I love that energy for you. And I think it does have a lot to do with being, personally, being able to budge, wanting to budge. It's like, okay, something is stuck and I can continue to say it's always outside of me, but if I don't ever look inside of me, nothing is actually going to change, because the truth is, all anybody can do, if I am the mountain, all anybody can do is chip away at me, which feels like being accused and punched and beaten and bruised and tormented and traumatized. And everybody continues to chip away, chip away, chip away. What if I move myself to a place where there is no chipping? What if I move and I change? And that's where the realization is really coming from. There is a major breakthrough here. Now, I don't know if this is happening to you or somebody that you're dealing with, but I do know that there is this, let go, move, adjust, and watch the magic that happens. That's what I see. You see clearly now. It's like all of a sudden somebody's finally woken up and realized, I need to go this way. I need to say this thing. I need to get after this. And so they do. Let's get into tarot. Scorpio, who are we dealing with? Who are we? We know we're always dealing with ourselves. But who are we dealing with? Somebody that's let you down a lot in the past because they couldn't settle down, because they weren't clear on what they wanted. We'll keep that. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. Well, what's coming, or what the destiny is, what the pull is. But this somebody, I think, or this was you, this is definitely somebody who undermines their own sense of what they desire because they don't have the ability to make the decision. They're always between two things. They're always trying to figure things out. They are somebody who sincerely enjoys to figure things out and to take in information and to travel and experience, right? But it's almost like, realizing I'm my own curiosities, my own sense of adventure maybe. It's not bad things, but it's these things about me that are actually keeping me from what I ultimately desire, and it's actually pushing it farther and farther and farther away. What is that? We're about to get into it. Hold on a second, though. We have the Seven of Swords, which is definitely a defeating energy. And then we have Temperance, which is definitely expanding energy. But it's like it's like you're dealing with somebody who finally realizes how I'm defeating my own expansion. Could be you. And I hope in some ways it is you that realizes, oh, this is what I've been doing. And whatever you learn, whatever it is, it will feel like a relief for you personally, Scorpio, because there is no shame from this point on. There is no shame greater than staying stuck where you are. And so whatever you have to face that was keeping you stuck, yeah, I did that. What can I do to do something else? Now I did ask, who are you dealing with? So this is a person who is definitely, it's like their own expansion and their own need to constantly see what's next, was defeating their own clarity about what is important. You got a card waiting for you. Hold on, let's see. You want to see it, right? We are talking about attraction. We are talking about desire. We are talking about magnetic connection, something that is irresistible, but elusive because it's so far out in the future, right? This could be saying, at the rate you're going, this great love, maybe you're always chasing somebody. Always chasing, always chasing, always chasing, always looking, always looking, always looking. Because you don't see here what's in front of you. And that's what will actually make things pick up and move. We got to pick a moon card. Hang around. Remember, there's always an extended reading. Please do come over. This is not a half reading. That's not the other half of this reading. There is an extended message that goes deeper and becomes more personal, and we get to hang out more. So I invite you to come and join me if you enjoy this reading. The links are below. Or you can just go to my website. They're all there as well. Always. From now until forever. My website is the hub. How do these connect? What's going on with the lovers way out here? Oh. Your prospects, your ships, your abundance. What you worked for, what you really invested in. Your faith has finally paid off because you can finally see on the horizon there is something, right? You finally spotted it. It's just past the rain. It's just past the jungle. You've come out to a clearing, and now it's clear what the right thing is to invest in. So listen, it may not be in your hands this week. But it is now clear what you want in your hands, and it is clear where it is located, where you have to get it. Really beautiful energy. I want to pull a moon card for you since we do have this super moon. Scorpio. Okay. So what is it about this relationship and this love? It seems like there is a future here, or looking into the future to decide, is this what I really want? Is this what's really good? We have a card. There has been something hidden. Somebody intentionally keeping something, or you deciding that maybe you've been isolating yourself, you've been keeping to yourself, you haven't wanted to share. The Hermit in reverse is very often somebody who has been shady and deceptive, especially with their intentions, almost like it's clear this person never actually wanted to settle down. Or they weren't ready. I want to, clarify that just a little bit more. We need just a little bit more information. Oh, Queen of Swords is here. Suddenly words are spoken and decisions are made. Clarity is struck. Yes, clarity. Clarity of action, because we have the Emperor here. What is that action? Clarity of action. Clarity of we're going to show you. I think some of you already caught it. Clarity of decisions of who I am and what matters to me, and my own personal authority, as well as who I am attracted to and what is worth my time and attention. We have this King of Wands. Who is this? Leo. Sagittarius. You have Sagittarius here. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be an actual Aries. Clarity suddenly. About an actual Aries, or about your own sense of personal authority and what it is you desire and what it is that you want, and now deciding, this is my choice. This is the direction I'm going in, whether you're willing to come with me or not. It's not an ultimatum, guys. It's not an ultimatum. It is a decision with clearly defined boundaries. And if somebody isn't in, then they are out. That's not an ultimatum. That's clearly defined boundaries. And if somebody thinks of it as an ultimatum, I can tell you this right now, that somebody isn't ready. They're not at a point where they're angry about the decision they have to make because they're angry about, they're not ready for it. And so sometimes you got to be willing to let a person or a situation go because they are not at where you are at. And that is the strength that you are finding this week. It's time to take action. Step out of your comfort zone. Let's go to the extended. I will see you guys there. Links are below.